Another thing the awake person sees is the extraordinary intelligence of nature, the intelligence of the universe itself. You see, we've been taught to think that consciousness is something unusual, something that only happens in human brains, and maybe in animal brains. Everything else is supposed to be dead, mechanical, unconscious. But this is a very strange idea if you think about it. How did conscious beings emerge from an unconscious universe? How did intelligence arise from stupidity? It's like saying you can get blood from a stone or apples from a brick wall. The awake person realizes that consciousness must be fundamental to the universe, not something that appeared as an afterthought. The universe must be intelligent in its very nature, or intelligence could never have appeared within it. Look at your own body. You don't consciously beat your heart or digest your food or fight off infections or grow your hair. All of that happens spontaneously, intelligently, without any deliberate effort on your part. The same intelligence that grows grass from the soil and turns caterpillars into butterflies, that intelligence is what's beating your heart right now. You're not doing it. It's doing you. The awake person sees that they're not controlling their life in the way they thought. The ego doesn't actually do anything. Thoughts arise spontaneously. Actions happen. The sense of being a controller, a separate agent making decisions, that's just another thought arising in the stream of consciousness. In reality, you're being lived by the universe, just as a wave is being waved by the ocean. Now, this might sound terrifying at first. People think, if I'm not in control, then what? Am I just a puppet? Do I have no free will? But this is still thinking in terms of separation, of me versus the universe. What the awake person realizes is that the controller and the controlled are one. The universe isn't forcing you to do anything. You are what the universe is doing at this particular point in space and time. When you see this, there's a tremendous relief, a tremendous letting go. All that anxiety about whether you're doing the right thing, making the right choices, living your life correctly, it falls away. You realize you can't make a mistake because you're not separate from the process. You can't do anything other than what you do because you're not separate from the power that's doing it. This doesn't make you passive or irresponsible. It makes you spontaneous, natural, free. The spiritually awake person also sees through the illusion of time in a very profound way. We think of time as this river flowing from past to future, and we think we're being carried along in it. But actually, there is only now. The past is a present memory. The future is a present anticipation. Both exist only as thoughts occurring now. The awake person lives fully in the present moment because they see that's the only place life ever actually happens. Most people are never where they are. They're always living in their heads, in memories of the past or fantasies about the future. They're thinking about what they should be doing, what they should have done, what might happen tomorrow. And meanwhile, life is happening now, and they're completely missing it. They're missing the miracle of this moment, this breath, this sight, this sound. The awake person has somehow managed to come back to the here and now. They've realized that this moment is all there is, and it's completely sufficient. In fact, it's perfect exactly as it is. This doesn't mean they don't plan for the future or learn from the past, but they don't confuse those mental activities with reality. Reality is always now. And in this present moment, when you really settle into it, something extraordinary happens. The mind becomes quiet. The constant stream of commentary stops, or at least fades into the background. And there's just this awareness, this open, spacious consciousness in which everything is appearing. And you realize that this awareness, this consciousness, is what you really are. It's been here all along, but you've been so busy thinking about things that you never noticed it. This awareness is very simple, very ordinary, and yet it's the most profound thing in the universe. It's the light in which everything appears. Without it, there would be no world, no experience, no anything. And it's what you are, not as an object or a thing, but as pure subjectivity, pure presence, pure being. The spiritually awake person rests in this awareness. They identify not with the passing show of thoughts and feelings and sensations, but with the awareness in which all of that appears. And from this perspective, everything looks different. Problems don't disappear, but they lose their power to disturb. Pain is still felt, but there's no suffering added to it by resistance and complaint. Joy is experienced more fully because there's no fear of losing it. Life becomes play, a cosmic dance, a game. Not in the sense of not taking it seriously, but in the sense of not taking yourself too seriously. You realize you're playing a role, a character, but you're not limited to that role. You can be in the world fully, engaging completely, and yet not be of it, not be trapped by it. This is what the spiritually awake person sees. They see reality directly, without the filter of concepts. They see the unity of all things. They see that consciousness is fundamental. They see that there is no separate self. They see that all there is now. And they see that what they really are is the awareness in which all of this appears. And the beautiful, frustrating, wonderful thing is that I can tell you all of this, but it won't help you one bit unless you see it for yourself. These are just more words, more concepts, more items on the menu. The real feast is available right now, in this very moment, if you would only stop reading the menu and start eating. Look at what's actually here. Listen to what's actually sounding. Feel what's actually present. And in that direct contact with reality, you may discover what the spiritually awake already know, that you are that reality, looking at itself through these particular eyes.